The escape pod drifted through the silent abyss, tumbling gently against the pull of a dying star's gravity well. Inside, Captain Ryla of the Sarati Confederacy lay strapped to a battered seat, each breath shallow and ragged. The flickering emergency lights cast her scaled skin in a sickly green hue. All around her, the wreckage of the once mighty SCS Valiant Heart floated like shattered glass. The Krivix raiders had come out of nowhere, a swarm of marauders so ruthless that even the Sarathi's best ships couldn't withstand them. The crew was dead, the fleet scattered. And she, a decorated officer, now drifted in the void, left for dead in deep space. The escape pod's AI sputtered warnings. Oxygen levels critical. Power cells at 3%. Hull integrity failing. She forced her eyes open, staring at the endless darkness through the cracked viewport. No rescue would come. The Sarati High Command had already abandoned this sector, a tactical retreat, they called it. They hadn't even answered her distress beacon. She had once believed her people would never abandon their own. She knew better now. Her mind drifted, numb with exhaustion. She thought of her hatchmates back home. The academy where they trained her to fight. The wars she'd survived for the Confederacy. All for what? To be cast aside like worthless debris. As her eyes closed again, a glimmer of starlight flickered on the edge of her vision, different, brighter. A sensor beeped weakly. A ship? No, impossible. Nothing but pirate wrecks and scavengers remained in this forsaken quadrant. She forced herself to focus on the flickering display. A single vessel dropped from subspace, its silhouette sleek and angular, bristling with turrets and armor plating. It was not Sarati design, nor Krivix, but something older, almost crude. Human. Her frills twitched in disbelief. Humans? Out here? They were rumored to be isolationists, unpredictable at best, savage, some said, or reckless. She'd seen them only in brief tactical briefings, a young, rising species with a reputation for doing the impossible when cornered. But surely they would never waste resources on one dying alien drifting in enemy space. The pod jolted. A bright cone of light enveloped her, tractor beams locking on with steady force. The battered shell of her escape pod stopped spinning, pulled smoothly toward the human vessel. Inside the HSS Valkyrie, Commander Nathan Cole leaned over the tactical display. His face was weathered, scar across one cheek, a souvenir from the border skirmishes back when the Krivix had first tested human space. "What do you have, XO?" he asked. Lieutenant Yara Patel tapped a console. "One life sign, non-human. Look, Sarati. Vital signs unstable, barely alive." Cole frowned. "A Sarati captain? Out here." He glanced at the tactical map. The debris field was vast, and Krivix raiders could still be lurking. "Sir," Patel said carefully, "we're not exactly equipped for an extended rescue. Protocol says eh." Cole cut her off with a raised hand. "Protocol says we're human. We don't leave people to die in the dark, even if they're not ours." He looked out the viewport as the escape pod was brought into the Valkyrie's hangar bay. Sparks of plasma flickered around the containment field. The ship's dark hull gleamed under the distant star's dim light. They were deep in enemy territory, but not alone anymore. Minutes later, the pod's hatch hissed open. Ryla was lifted out on a stretcher by human medics in heavy EVA suits. Her eyes cracked open to see them, their soft skins, strange hair, those determined eyes. She wanted to protest, to ask why, but her throat failed her. Cole met her gaze as they moved her toward the infirmary. "Easy now, Captain," he said, his voice steady. "You're safe. We've got you." "Why?" she rasped, the word tasting like blood and disbelief. Cole gave a half-smile, that stubborn glint humans always seem to carry in the face of hopeless odds. "Because you're still breathing. And if you're breathing, you're worth saving. That's how we do things." The Valkyrie's engines roared to life. As it turned away from the graveyard of Sarati wrecks, its massive guns powered up, scanning for Krivix raiders. If they came back, they'd find something waiting for them, something the Krivix feared more than any fleet, a lone human warship, outnumbered but never outmatched. In her haze, Ryla felt tears slip from her eyes, the first she'd shed since hatchling days. Her own people had abandoned her. The humans, strangers by blood and bone, had not. As the Valkyrie disappeared into the swirling stars, the message spread through the shadows of the sector. The Krivix might hunt and slaughter the weak. The Sarati might cut their losses and run. But humans? They would come for you in the darkness. They would stand when no one else would. And they would fight like hell to bring you home.